Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Attack on Titan, Season 4, Episode 11. So, last time we learned that Hizuru came to visit probably before all the Titans started being thrown everywhere around Parody, but came to visit the island a lot and visited with the previous king and everything, which was really interesting. And now they're trying to open up trade in exchange for their technological advancements and everything because they want this ice burst stone, which is something we've been using this whole time to fuel like ODM gear and stuff like that, which is really interesting. It makes me wonder what, like, having this industrial revolution happening to our little parody island, what will Hizuru be able to do with this level of, like something that can be so useful like ODM gear, what can it be used in other technologies, Pretty crazy. But they talked about doing like a mini rumbling just to show their power and exert fear so that way it could buy them more time to build up their technology to meet with other people. They didn't end up doing the mini rumbling, but maybe what Aaron just did, in Marley will be enough to be like a mini rumbling. I'm not sure. We still haven't seen what led him to like make that choice, other than like we got enough where if they don't show us anymore, I think I get it, but they could show us more of like him making that decision to go become a hostage because no one else will like initiate the fight and stuff like that. But yeah, on top of that, we also have in the present we have our characters kind of doubting Aaron a little bit because he's he went through with this like plan by himself and forced them to go in and attack people, which resulted in Sasha being killed, because he wanted to. And now they're a little worried with him going to visit um not Grisha. No, I almost said Grisha. His brother, his stepbrother, or not stepbrother, half brother. That's the word I'm looking for. Why can't I think of his name? Zeke. There we go. Going to visit Zeke, they're worried that he's gonna be like all for Zeke's plan and like be more on his side than their side, and they're getting their minds set and ready for like, oh, we might have to like kill him, and feed him to someone in order to pass that Titan power on. Ugh, no, we need to have faith in our boy. But Aaron has kind of like gone so he was so passionate when he was younger, like even though that passion was more towards anger of like I'm gonna fucking kill them all. But yeah, I just hope our boy can prove that he's still our boy. Alrighty, guys, let's get started with this episode. We're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. What is happening? Oh no. No, this is a ploy to escape. Yep. Damn. Oh. Oh my god. They got a brick free. Damn. Alright. Hmm. Ah, that's the last thing he remembers, huh? Damn. Alright. Man, I can't believe I mean, I guess they probably don't have a lot of people, you know. It's not like our world where they just have like guards left and right and advanced security systems and everything. But it's crazy that that big like jail they were able to just run right out of after taking out the one guard. I mean, they are soldiers, so they might have taken out a few more guys on the way out, but this is why I feel like you should always have at least like two people guarding, you know, and have, you know, something like that where you have to open the cell and go in and be like, hey, dude, get over here and help me, you know? That way, one person get hit in the face with a brick. Imposters. Ooh. What does that mean? Hmm. I wonder if they're like pretending to be people here. Damn. Hmm. Uh-oh. This camera angle feels like they're being watched. Oh shit. You're gonna kill this poor girl. Hmm. They're supposed to be devils. I don't understand. I wonder if Gabby will like. I already feel like Falco's like on the verge of being like they're not all bad. Oh, that's Sasha. Sasha's dad, right? Oh, Sasha Bros. Yep. So I mean, I was pretty sure that was her dad, but yeah, yeah. That's what I was trying to say before. Gabby's gonna realize people are nice. People are just people here. Oh my god, the faces are like, what's with the faces? I want to know what they're thinking. Like, do they know? Island devil food. Why is everyone looking like this? God damn. Ooh. Damn. Hey, that guy again. Ooh. Why would they pick Shiganshina if anywhere? Hmm. Okay. Frickin' flock. Oh. Wow. Hmm. Damn. Alright. I did not expect them to be on Aaron's side. Hmm. Yeah. Thinking about it. Now she has to be the one to keep the secrets now. She was in a cell for a little bit, right? Back when they like turned on. I mean, not long, but damn, back then, yeah. That's cool. Yeah, back when they like went against Levi when they wanted to use the vial on Armin. Damn. Oh. Oh. Wait, why? Huh. Interesting. Horsey. What? What the heck? Oh! What is going on? She tries to blame it on the devil. Hmm. Who else is a traitor that was right next to him? With Aaron. Uh, what? Jesus. Wait, what did she just say? Damn. Okay, I thought that's what she said. Uh-oh. And she's gonna attack. Damn. They're so casual about it. She covered for you. Yeah, Gaby. I think Gaby is gonna slowly learn. She's the one. I knew it. Oh my god, I wish I said it earlier. She's the one Sasha saved. Damn. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I wish I said something. Fuck. Ugh. Mm-hmm. But not us. Yup. Those are my ancestors, not me. Yep. Shatter Gabby's worldview. There you go, Falco. Oh, this is what I've been waiting for with Gaby. Gabby is gonna take a while to learn. Yeah, exactly. People are just people. The girl you guys killed! The axe, damn. Hmm. Oh. Wow. That was great. I love all the little like threads like coming together of everything that happened, with like someone Sasha saved was here to find these Marlians and has this mindset of, we did nothing wrong, we're just circumstance of our birth is put us here, just like circumstance of your birth put you there, and they don't blame you. Now granted, she probably doesn't the girl probably doesn't know that they're the reason her savior's dead, with Sasha being the one to save her and then them being the one to kill Sasha, but you know, um that might change her view a little bit, but yeah, just that connection of like someone saved by Sasha. Oh, Okay. Ooh. Hmm. Okay. All right. It's gonna be like, how do they know? Damn. Scorched earth. Hmm. Well, shit. Which will they choose? I don't know. All right. That is it, guys, for episode 11. Cool. Yeah. So interesting, interesting, interesting. I really like that episode with um just like I said already, with all those threads kind of connecting with the girl that Sasha saves still being alive, being taken care of as part of Historia's plan to help uh like orphans and stuff like that. We already had that established. She's obviously an orphan because of what happened to her mom. I love that Sasha's dad is, has always been such a kind soul. It makes sense that he would be one to, take in orphans and help them and everything. And he happened to take in. I mean, he might have taken her in even before Historia's plan, because he was kind of there when Sasha was freeing, like getting her out of there and everything. She ran into her dad. So yeah, it's really cool with that being someone Sasha saved, uh and then having these two who are the ones that kind of killed Sasha. I don't think any of them really realize yet or anything like that, but yeah, just all those little threads coming together and everything is really neat. Same with, I mean, it was almost like a theme of this episode having the one soldier that leaked information um be put in jail and saying like, I was there when you saved us from a Titan, all you inspired me and stuff like that to Mikasa and stuff like that. So, and then also having some flashbacks with Hanji as well. Not as motivational, that one, with basically the guy just being like, you know, for a government to run, secrets need to be kept, and eventually, you can take us out, but someone else is gonna have to take up that mantle and be the one to keep the secrets from the public. And now here's Hanji here having to keep those secrets. So they were, when everything was isolated and closed off from the outside world, everything was so much simpler where they could just be like, they could just tell everyone everything. And now that everything's connected to the outside world, or starting to, we have visitors coming through and like walking by. Can't really trust that, you know, spreading the word openly, anything they say now can be easily picked up. They can, people from Hizuru and stuff can just pick up a newspaper and read it. So they gotta be a little more careful what they openly announce. And it makes sense, but it does it does suck how people are like used to this open communication and now things are being kept secret, but it is for their own good. I truly believe Hanji is still doing things for the good of the people. It's just not everyone is going to see it that way. So, certainly interesting. One thing they did say is they talked about evacuating Shiganshina. And now they are talking about like testing the rumbling a little bit. So it seems like they might be going forward with that idea. And I wonder if they're evacuating Shiganshina because they're going to do it there. But my question is, why would you do it at Shiganshina? Like, why not anywhere else, right? Maybe they want to do like an outermost wall. Shiganshina's one that's already been damaged, so might as well like give up that one. I don't know, because like the wall is, a complete circle, but then those outer towns like Shiganshina have that little like bump out, and maybe they're gonna do the rumbling on that little bump out rather than, because my thought was just go along like the semicircle where there's no people, no buildings, nothing, and do it there, right? Like, but I mean, I guess that opens up that whole wall as a infiltration point, whereas if you do the little bump out, you still have a bit of a you still have the original circle wall going through and everything that can protect you. And with Shiganshina being the one that's like most damaged already and everything, that's probably the best bet. You know what's really interesting? Didn't they seal up both entrances with crystal for the Shiganshina one? How do they get in and out? Right? Like what the heck? I have a new voicemail at 1:17 a.m. What the hell? Um, but anyway, how do they get out and in? Do they have to go up and over the wall every time they want to go like in and out of Shiganshina? It's kind of crazy, right? Or did they manage to carve their way through? Because that stone that's created by Eren is supposed to be like they have no way of breaking it. That's why Annie is still like stuck inside the one that she's in, is because they have no way of breaking it. Obviously, things changed a little bit with this attack. Eren kind of learned a little bit how to break it, but that's only a recent thing. Up until now, they've all been living in Shiganshina, which has both its entrances sealed. So, really, it is interesting. But yeah, so uh, that's my thought, anyways. Like as to why they might use Shiganshina, but going back to something I already briefly touched on, which was the leaking information. Those guys that did that, I'm kind of surprised. Like the little extras, I don't really know, but the one dude up front who I apologize, I can't remember his name. I'm so bad with names. Um, but he's the one that actually didn't seem to like Eren very much because they made that choice to save Armin over saving Erwin back when they were both on the verge of death. And yeah, it's like it's really cool how the characters, like some anime you have a character and they will forever dislike someone, right? But I like how even despite the stuff that he didn't like that Eren and Mikasa chose to do back then, he still was able, all these years later, was able to change his opinion because now he views what Eren did as, him being a war hero. He initiated an attack on a Goliath of an enemy, and it was very successful. They lost some soldiers and everything, but they did much more damage than what they received. And yes, it sucks losing Sasha and everything, uh but if you don't have that like direct emotional attachment to Sasha, then it did end up being, I think, just much more of a success than anything else. So but yeah. Anyway, I thought that was just really interesting that he's now on that side of things. But Mikasa's memory flashes. I don't know what's up with that, like we know that like Eldians have some kind of like memory stuff, mostly with the Titans getting memories of previous holders of the Titan. But I do think there are some cases where like Eldians can get like Falco had some memories, right? So I just wonder like what is that? Like she was having flashes. I mean, granted that was her own memories though too, it seemed like, right? Like it wasn't like she was getting memories of like someone else's life. She was getting memories of like just flashes of her own stuff that happened back then. I wonder if it's like gonna be recontextualizing anything for her. Like is she I hope she doesn't like start to turn on Eren at all. Like she's been fiercely loyal to Eren this whole time, right? Like and I'm not saying that like, oh no, she's turning on him. She should be fiercely loyal to him forever. Like that's not what I'm saying. But like if she re-sees those visions of Eren just killing those people that were trying to, sell her into sex slavery and shit like that, like I mean, I personally think what Eren did back then was completely justified. I just hope the show doesn't go some kind of route where she like re-experiences those visions and just is like, ooh, Eren was kind of bloodthirsty. Maybe he is just like a bad guy, you know? Like maybe he just wanted to kill people from the beginning. But no, man, those people deserved it. They freaking if anything, even if it's not just for you, it stops them from doing what they're doing to other people too. So, and they're the ones that killed their parents and all that. So, but but yeah, I don't know what. I mean, that was just me throwing out like a Hail Mary of like, is it gonna like recontextualize the memories because she saw like Eren killing those people again, and I'm like, well, why would they show that? She's obviously never forgot that stuff. She's obviously been loyal to him because of that stuff. Like, what is the reason for these visions? What are they gonna do? I don't know. Really curious, but and yeah, with I didn't talk about it too much, but I said it during the reaction. Gaby, with her experiencing kind of like the kindness, even with this girl just realizing that they're Marley and yet she's still helping them, you know? She's eating food next to them, and obviously she is the most resistant out of anyone we've seen to admit that these people are just people. I really liked the conversation where I'm glad someone finally said it to Gaby, right? Where Gaby is like, you guys are devils that need to pay for what you've done to the world. And she's like, well, what have we done to the world? And she's like, for thousands of years, you terrorize people. And she's like, I didn't do that. My mom didn't do that. We've been in this wall just trying to live this whole time. So what did we do that was so bad? And she's just like, she keeps going back to that loop of like, you need to pay for what you've done, and it's like it's what I've been shouting this whole time is like I hate the idea of blaming someone for something their ancestors did when they didn't do that. Like, like I think I said this one time, like for all I know, one of my ancestors may have owned a slave. I have no idea, and like should I pay for that? Like I don't think so personally. Um just like if anyone has any kind of ancestors, even if it's very close ancestor, like even if like your dad murders someone, I don't think like or is like a serial killer or something, I don't think that means their kid should be attacked and ostracized and stuff like that from society because of what their parent was, because everyone's different, everyone's their own person, and until you prove otherwise, I think they should be considered innocent, you know? And it's like, I like, they only briefly mentioned it. They didn't really go too much into it, but I like the idea of, that attack 4 years ago that was caused because of you Marlians made this little girl lose her mother, and it's like, well, what did from our perspective, you guys are the devils that came in and invaded us. It's this whole idea of war and that, like blaming one side and then attacking them for it, and then they view the other side as evil, so they attack back, and it's this perpetual thing that just never ends unless someone finds a way to break the cycle. But I don't know. I wonder if this show will have a way of breaking the cycle, or is this show just a commentary on how terrible war is? I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna have to see. So I think that's all I got for this one. Really good episode. Really enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. Links in the description below. 2 episodes ahead of time on there through the early access tier. Links should be popping up on the screen as well. And I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.